Hi. So I wanted to do an update as to how my surgery went, how my recovery went, kind of lessons that I've learned, and what worked for me in preparing for my surgery, if you will. But I'm just overwhelmed with a lot of emotions, and I wanted to share raw emotions because I find sometimes when one makes these videos, or especially when I make these videos, I am usually at my best point. I'm able to talk very eloquently and tell you about how I'm staying strong. But right now is a difficult time. So I am going to be raw with emotion and just let you see that, this is also me, right? So on after my surgery, I was waiting for my pathology results to come in. They were supposed to come in within 2 weeks. They ended up coming in almost 4 months after my surgery. I live in Canada, and although we have access to a lot of great doctors, quote unquote free healthcare, or I guess it is free healthcare. Hospitals are short staffed. Getting all flustered even thinking about it. The person that was reviewing my results, she went on vacation, and she didn't hand in my results or my pathology results before she left. And before she left would have been the 2 week mark, but that didn't happen. She went on vacation, and I mean, everyone is entitled to go on vacation, so that is not the problem. The issue is that there was no one who was able to sign off on her work, or no one that was able to review her results and then put in the results. So my results were in pending, like almost finished, but pending approval for a week. And then she was supposed to come back after that week, but she was sick for 2 days. And by the time I finally got my results, it was on a Thursday, so almost 4 weeks after my surgery. This is something that I can go on forever, I'm sure, about as to why this system doesn't work, how things were in France, because I lived in France for 9 years, and how I don't think this would have happened in France, but maybe I'm naive, but my opinion is, or my experience, I should say, was that I had access to dermatologists very quickly, gynecologists very quickly, whereas here the wait time is horrible. And I don't know if it's like this throughout Canada, but it's definitely like this in Ontario right now. And I do want to go into more about this, but this is not the point of this video. The point is to talk about the results of my pathology, how that has been affecting me. So today is Sunday. I found out on Thursday. So I wanted to just share as to what's going on in my mind. So long story short, they found cancer, metastatic cancer in the lymph nodes, 2 of the 4 that they removed. One is a micrometastase, which I've learned is not as bad, and the other one is a proper cancer, 4 millimeter, and the cancer had even spread outside of the lymph nodes, which is quote unquote normal, or can happen. Not good. Anyway, long story short, while I had hoped that my journey would be ending-ish soonish, at least like the I guess this, like, should phrase it better. It's not really ending, but well, I had hoped that I would be moving on to hormone replacement therapy so that they can suppress my estrogen. I'm now faced with chemo, and then I'm faced with, after chemo, with radiation. So that's also on the table because my margins were low. And then after the radiation, I might get some other drug before I can get on to the tamoxifen, which I was already not looking forward to, if you've looked at some of my previous videos. So I had a long chat with my medical oncologist. I'm very lucky to have such a compassionate, wonderful, caring individual to be my medical oncologist. And he was talking to me about the different types of chemo. Well, there's actually 2 that he'd recommend. And for those of you who have had cancer or who are going through this, I'm sure you're well aware of what those types of chemo are. One is the dense ACT, where it's a very intense cycle of chemotherapy. I would get 8 doses, so 4 doses of AC, 4 doses of T. There are names, they're just long and hard to pronounce. Anyway, this whole thing would last 16 weeks because I would get a dose every 2 weeks. So yeah, so now I'm faced with the prospect of that, or getting the other chemo, which is just as bad. Anyway, I also learned that by getting this chemo, and I'm getting all sad. This is like this is what makes me sad. Like losing my hair will probably, I just cut my hair and I was crying as I did it. Although I used to have short hair, but I think it's just thinking about like, okay, this is going to be another next step, and I will be shaving my hair before the chemo starts. I mean, I've always wanted to see myself bald, so here we are. Anyway, so this is going to happen, and I'm so not looking forward to it. But what really got me worried was that my chance of leukemia will go up, and it's very small. So like normal people have 1 in 5,000 chance of getting leukemia, or people that aren't exposed to, not normal, but aren't exposed to radiation or anything like that. It's 1 in 5,000. And then people who take the not as strong chemo have a 1 in 3,000, and here I will have a 1 in 1,000. One of the things that I will be asking my doctor, because prior to my surgery, I learned that I have a genetic mutation that predisposes me to breast cancer, among other cancers. So one of the things that I will be asking my oncologist on Tuesday, the 24th of December, was when I'll have my appointment, is whether or not my genetic mutation will increase my chances of leukemia by much, much more. And again, we're talking very small chances. So 1 in 1,000, I get it. It's only 0.001, which is really nothing. It's like a very, very small chance. I don't even know what I'm talking about. If it's 0.01, I think it's just 0.01. Anyway, whatever. It's a small chance, but this is me freaking out. And I'm doing this video and I'm thinking, am I going to share this video with everyone? Because I'm supposed to be all calm and composed. But I wanted to let you know that I am scared. I see this also as a calm before the storm, but I think the storm's coming so quickly that the calm is not as calm. I had asked my oncologist that we start chemo on the week of the 5th of January, which, I'm, might as well. I'm doing well. I will be doing another video as to how my mastectomy went and all of that. But yes, it's something that I am, I'm a healthy, fit individual, and it infuriates me that this is happening to me. But at the same time, I'm sure that as I continue on this journey, I will get to a point where I accept, and also just put it in my mind that, I have to do this to fight this. I mean, I have 2 children that rely on me, and I have so many more things I want to do in my life. And I just hope to God I won't get leukemia. I know the chance is very slim. I'm sure people will be commenting, don't worry, you won't get it. It's very slim, blah, blah, blah. But for me, any chance is not good, or increasing my chances even by a bit is not fun. But sorry, I keep looking at myself in the camera because I really literally just cut my hair, and I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. So, and I did it myself. So they're cool. That's awesome. Anyway, who knows if I'll post this video. I do want to put it out there so that people kind of who are going through this, maybe you'll benefit. Maybe you'll see that, this is part of the journey. Tears are part of the journey. And if you are going through this, I'm so sorry. Just lean on people. I'm so lucky to have a group of really, really great friends. It's not really a group. My friend calls it a garden of friends. I've cultivated really strong friendships. I have a really great community. So I'm very, very lucky. I think without this, it would be so much tougher, but I have so many things to look forward to. I'll go into all that in my next videos, but I did want to share this so that you see, the another side of me, and not just, the super calm and poised talking about how she's gone through a lot and she's survived, but this is me going through something that is huge and very, very scary, and very, very, really real scary. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. If this helps, I'm happy. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. And I will see you again soon.